Yo, what is up, my boys? So we made $2,120 today, 16.16 Sol. And honestly, kind of mid, but for the past week, I've been partying for Art Basel 24/7. I've been out spending like 2 to 3K a night. It was kind of retarded, but I had friends visiting and I wanted to show them a good time. And, it was a good little week off. So now this next week, we're going to be locked in. Today was my first day back trading, and tomorrow I'm gonna start streaming again, probably with like Mega, and then we're gonna do try and do daily streams, some more videos on the main channel, and get back into the grind. So decent first day back, and hopefully it gets better along the week. Let's go over the trades that I took today. So the best trade of the day was SpaceX. The news was pretty easy. It was an Elon tweet, and at the morning he said that they are releasing a stock for SpaceX, and that SpaceX is going public. So therefore, the ticker for SpaceX ended up going pretty well high. It went to like 80K, and I got a 7K fill. It took a little bit to get in, and for some reason, like it wasn't even like for a solid like 20 seconds, it barely moved. So I ended up taking initials on a 2x, which was pretty dumb. I would have made like 20 SOL and instead I made 10. But yeah, I don't know. I was just like confused as to why it wasn't going at all. And then it got some crazy volume, and then on that volume I sold. And then it nuked back down to 0 again. It would have made sense to buy some back here. I should start doing that because I had already made 10 SOL on this. So might as well take that 10 SOL and put it back into the chart. Ended up, doing it again at the bottom. And there's not really much risk buying down here. Maybe not take all of my profits, but, I can even take 5 and it would still be pretty smart too. Just in general. So that was what I hit most of my profit on today. Then we hit a bunch of other small plays. This one, Brown Pill. It was Andy Arye, the creator of Farcoin, tweeted Brown Pill, like in quotes, and obviously Pump Fun Pill, Brown Pill. That was pretty self-explanatory. I just bought the first one and ended up making a SOL on it. Hold on, let me mute these tabs. It gets so annoying. All right, so yeah. Made 1.6 SOL on this. Not bad. $200. Can't complain. This one I broke even on. I don't know why it says I made. Terror. This was a vamp for coin that ended up going to like 50K and bonding, and I should have bought it. It was like a stable coin that India is making backed with gold. And I bought the vamp thinking it was decent enough, and I made a SOL off of. Can't complain. 1 SOL is 1 SOL. This one's gonna piss me off. I broke even on this coin, Page. I made 1 SOL actually. And it ended up going to like 100K. And what's annoying about it is that I spent an hour shelling this. I was holding this for a full hour. I was making new pairs. I was just like, I was confident in this coin, man. And I held it for an hour and it did nothing. And then I sold, and then like 30 minutes later, they start sending it up and ended up bonding it and sending it to 120K. So I guess patience is the fucking answer. I don't know. I broke even on this coin BullX, which I think I should have made more on. There was another one and they reran it and they sent it to like 60K. And this was just a meme of like they're hosting this event called Solana Breakpoint right now. It's like a convention, and they were calling it BullX because everyone there is like going bald. So Solana BullX. I don't know why they ramped this again with no like this time. It went to 20K, it died, and then they redeployed it like 10 minutes later, and it went to 50K and then died again. So, it's weird behavior, but yeah. Pepe, that was pretty funny. This coin Pepe, I deployed. What happened was Solana tweeted a lot of Solana coins today. I think it's because of breakpoint, but Solana tweeted and said that every Solana token is going to be able to be traded on Coinbase, and so I made a joke and I was like, if we send Pepe high enough, it would fucking people would look up Pepe and see this one. And it went to 10K. I made 1 SOL on the dev wallet, so I can't complain. But I wanted it to go higher. I round tripped. Let's see. This is gonna haunt me a little bit. This one's gonna haunt me a little bit. So this coin, the runner of the day 5, it ended up going to 700K. And we got first. I bought this and no one liked it. No one said anything. I bought it in my voice chat. They're like, oh, it's dog shit. Then it goes to 50K, and then it goes to 0. And then the reason it got vamped is because in this picture, he's holding up a 5, but he has no pinky. So they vamped it with a picture of him holding it up with a actual 5 right here. And that went to like 700K. It almost stopped to melt. And the narrative was really simple. It was a tweet from Solana saying the number 5 a bunch of times. 5 years of soul, 5 years of breakpoint, whatever. And then they kept on like tweeting 5. Like they were like, oh, it's like 5 this, 5 that. So it was a beta to this coin 4, which went really high on BNB a while back. So that was that coin. And I was in on the OG and I got vamped. And I also missed out and cheated the OG because everyone told me it was dog shit. So yeah, could have traded that better. That was the only runner we had today. Kind of sucks. This coin was pretty decent. Ash. I made 2.2 plus 3.2 plus like 1 in fees. So I made 7 SOL on this. And I could have made more. I thought it should have went higher. So I round tripped. I was up a lot here, but I didn't want to sell on Cupsy, even though other people did anyways. And what this was Solana again. So again, breakpoint retweeted and announced that they're making a competitor to Aster, which I don't know if you guys know what Aster was. It was this perp dex where you could trade like high leverage Bitcoin, Solana, or like whatever. And they were calling it Phoenix. And so I went into the Discord of this perp dex and I asked them for the name of their mascot. And they gave it to me and they said it was an eagle. And so yeah, I went to 20K. Kev made so much. He literally assaulted the chart. And I was sit here and I made like nothing. I think it should have gone a lot higher, but it didn't. So honestly, like this and the other coin, SPAX, were the 2 coins that I made a lot on today. And then I lost a lot on like these stupid coins, like just 1 SOL, 2 SOL, 2 SOL here and there on like dumb coins, like this one, Stein Eric, like -1, Bald Dow. This was probably another -1, and these, yeah, 1.6, and this was just like Mert tweeting and saying, oh yeah, like let's start a Bald Dow, and just like me buying above the fucking Fortnite players who buy from 5 to 6K and getting instantly nuked on. This one was annoying. I should have just bought this at the beginning. It was the like second turn. I think like totally tweeted it. It spiked up, and again, like I'm just late. I always buy these off of the tweets, but I'm always one of the last people to buy, so I always just get like just lose money. So yeah, I guess the lesson is not really to compete with these guys who are ultra quick and like I don't even know what they'd be doing to be so quick. They have it saved and they're just like, I don't know, geeked. Not compete on those types of coins and compete more on what I'm good at, which is like identifying narratives and finding like inconsistencies. And so yeah, we made $2,120. Not bad. Could have been better. I had to re-upload this and re-record this because I didn't have audio in my last video. But yeah, overall, like decent first day back. Hopefully I'll be able to trade this week a little bit more. I'm going to try and trade every day, do some streams again because I haven't streamed in a minute. And honestly, like a big reason I just stopped streaming was because like I just was making more money off stream. And I just felt more comfortable. And like when you're streaming, you have to like answer questions and block people and this and that. And like people just like I'd rather just like sometimes take a break, not interact with people, trade by myself, make some money and come back to it. So I'm going to try and stream a little bit more again. I know I should, especially for the clips, because that's really what's like helping me a lot and growing this. So yeah, we're going to try and stream a little bit more for you guys tomorrow and for the rest of the week. I want to get 2 videos out, one on how to use Terminal, which is obviously what we use now as opposed to what we did with Axiom. And I want to make a video on how to deploy and I guess some people call it rug, but just, you know, make tokens and do it the right way. And I'm going to make a video on teaching you guys how to do that. I think there's a lot of value in that. I think not really many people talk about it. They like to gatekeep it. And as a result of that, people do it in ways that are actually more harmful for the ecosystem as opposed to, you know, teaching people how to deploy properly and follow the rules. That, I mean, there are no rules, but follow good ways to deploy and make money in like a healthy way. So I'm going to try and make a video on that. Make a video on tutorials, another strategy one. So I have a lot planned. We just have to do it. And I'm like 2 months off from hitting $1 million. Hopefully. My birthday's in February, and I have to make like 100 something K, and then I'll be able to make a mil, and that would be pretty cool. So hopefully I'm a millionaire before I'm 22, because I'm already young. All these kids are fucking 8 figs at 16 years old, so I have to catch up, and going out isn't really helping out. But I think I just needed a well-needed break. I needed to see my boys, have a good time. And yeah, we're back now. Let's lock the fuck in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.